know you guys miss me because I miss making YouTube videos so much. But I've been super busy, guys. Like, I'm so sorry about that. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed in my different vlogs, I had the vlog when I went to Austin, Texas. I had the vlog when I went to New York City, because when you're in New York. And so when I took those trips, although they were school events, it still got me behind on my studies a little bit. Actually, like, I had this one class where we had tests every Friday, so I had to push back those dates of those tests that I missed due to me traveling. So I've been like having to catch up on that, and then it was around the end of the semester. I had to start studying for finals. All these professors having presentations, and those due dates just came out of nowhere. Like, I swear, at the end of the semester, school, it becomes so demanding, y'all. So I didn't know if I was gonna do this YouTube video about my end of the semester and how my semester went, or if I wanted to talk about my trip to New York, because I meant to do a vlog in New York and talk about that. Well, actually, I did do a vlog in New York, but I didn't necessarily like it because I feel like I wasn't looking that good, you know? I had did a mukbang trying a New York sandwich for the first time. But anyways, I got off topic. But so first half, I'm going to talk about how New York was and what was the purpose of my trip to New York. And then I might talk about the end of the semester a little bit and how I did. Y'all know I did good because beauty and brains is what you get when you get me. Alright, so we're going to talk about New York. I literally did a mukbang eating a burger, but that burger was so good, and I was like eating that thing, and it was not looking good. And that price, oh my gosh, ridiculous. Like, luckily, like, the NAACP, they refunded me like everything back that I spent. But let me tell you, that burger was too much money. It was $21, y'all. That's crazy. Like, a burger, and the burger wasn't even that big. And y'all know I'm tiny. Like, I'm like 112 pounds. So for me to say a burger's not that big, that means that burger really wasn't that big. And if it wasn't that big, it was not worth $21. That was one thing in New York. Them prices was ridiculous. I spent $10 on 2 slices of pizza. If I was in Texas, I could have got a whole box of pizza for that price. Or if I would have went to Little Caesars, I could have got 2 boxes of pizza. If you don't know, that's my old job, you know. But I'll tell you guys what was the reason for me being in New York. So the reason I was in New York, because if you guys don't know, I'm on a lawsuit with the NAACP. Woo woo. So me and a few other students at Prairie View, we are suing Waller County because they're trying to suppress our rights to vote, which is unfair and it's just wrong because we pay tuition at that school, and tuition is overpriced, and actually the tuition is probably going to be increasing next semester. But our tuition doesn't just cover our professors. It certainly doesn't cover books. It doesn't just cover our education there. It doesn't cover our housing. But we're paying taxes. We're paying into this county, so we deserve the right to vote. We're going to be there for 4 years, so we're going to be affected by laws there. We're going to be affected by so many different things. So it's just unfair for us to not be able to vote. And I think about 2001 or 2002, Prairie View students couldn't vote, but the students there, they decided that that's wrong, that's unfair, so they fought for this right for us to vote. And I know me and the family I grew up in our household, we know the importance of voting. Like, everyone in my family is registered to vote, and we vote. We exercise our right to vote because we know how important it is. And what people don't understand, with local elections, that's what affects us the most, especially as African Americans in the Black community. So basically, we have the right to vote now, but they are kind of suppressing our votes. And basically that means, like, in a subtle way or in a sneaky way, they're trying to make it hard for us to vote or just do anything in their power to make us not vote. For example, the county that we're in, which is Waller, when it's time to vote, you know, you got early voting. And usually early voting is about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And so all the other counties, not Waller County, all the other counties, they got 2 weeks of early voting. Do you know how many weeks us students as Prairie View got? We didn't get any weeks. We didn't even get 1 week of early voting. We only got 3 days of early voting. But every other county around that little town, that little country town, got 2 weeks of early voting. And that's just disrespectful, and that's just wrong, and that's just voter suppression, like, at its finest. Like, literally, that's them. I ain't gonna say who, but you know what I mean if you know me when I say them people. They're basically trying to suppress our votes and making it hard for students to vote, or doing anything to make sure, oh, let's try to trick up their schedules. Let's make them forget that it's time to vote. But let's give everyone else in the town who doesn't have the same skin color as us, let's give them ample amount of time. But let's give them the smallest amount of time, and let's hope they don't say anything, because these are just students and their voice doesn't count. But what they fail to realize is, yeah, we're college students, but we're still adults. We still can make up our minds. We can still make decisions. Like, we're not some dumb, delusional children. Like, obviously, we're pursuing a higher education and we're educating ourselves. Obviously, the Constitution felt it right because we have the right to vote. Y'all thought at 18 years old it was okay. Y'all could draft people to go to the army, but we couldn't vote. But obviously, we can vote now. And if you know the history of black people and what we had to go through to vote, then you understand, like, why it's so important. So basically, that's why I've been working with the NAACP, and why I went to New York was because when I say we, it's me and about 3 other students of Prairie View. We're on a lawsuit right now because that's how serious we take voting, and we think it's very important. So we've been working with them for at least like 2.5 years. It's been a while because they've been suppressing our votes, and they just keep adding to our case. We even went before a deposition, which is crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure the lawyer that was representing this racist county was a Republican. And I ain't saying all Republicans are racist, but I'm going to say he was. Okay, maybe he wasn't racist, but he wasn't really racist with me. I don't know why, if I put him at ease or something. But when I talked to the other students who are on the lawsuit and the questions that was asked by them, I was just like, wow, that was very disrespectful. And he was asking me questions that were, I felt like, inappropriate and irrelevant to this lawsuit as well. I don't know if it was to throw me off or try to undermine me or something like that, because I guess that is the point of a deposition, to make me seem less credible. Whatever, I wasn't having it. If you know me, I'm on the debate team, so people can ask me all type of crazy questions, twist it, turn it, and I'm still going to have the same stance. Like, you're not going to trick me into saying something that could possibly hurt me, you know? But yeah, we got interviewed by some Republicans, whatever. They was from Austin too. But so basically, it's the end of the year, so that's why the NAACP in New York, one of their headquarters, which is the Legal Defense Fund, they have this banquet, and me and the other students in Prairie View who are a part of this lawsuit, we were invited to New York, and they paid for our flight, our hotel. It's a really nice hotel. I tried to vlog that too. All my vlogs came out terrible, y'all. But yeah, and what was crazy was we didn't even know we were like guest of honor, and like there's like this big screens everywhere, and then they said our names, and like we stood up, and like the camera was on us, and I didn't even know what to do, so I waved, and like no one else was waving, so I stopped waving, and it just felt so awkward, man. Like, oh my gosh. But I was happy to be being recognized for something so positive and to shed light on something like that. So basically, that's what a big portion of my semester, I've been putting a lot of time and effort into this lawsuit. Well, not as much as the lawyers, but you know, sometimes they come, we've had depositions, we got to go get things notarized, we have to read over documents. Like, it's a lot. It can be demanding, but I'd rather put my time into something positive, especially if I feel like it's going to affect generations to come. Because just like in 2002, when students of Prairie View before me, when they decided to give us the right to vote, and now generations later, it's 2019, and I have this right to vote. It's great that they had this great impact that's lived on for another decade, and now about 2 decades. Next year is going to be 2 decades. So to know that if we are successful in this lawsuit, that other students who decide to pursue their higher education at Prairie View, that me and other students, we would have set this precedent, you know, and have been a part of history at Prairie View. So I don't have a problem with putting so much time into that and getting a little bit behind on my schoolwork, because I'm just going to catch it anyway. Because if you know me, I'm like a teacher's pet. Like, my teachers, they don't mind giving me extra time on my work, you know. Just kidding. But most of my teachers, they know, like, I'm not just missing class just to miss class. Like, I literally, one of my professors, you get like a grade out of 40. I got a 40 out of 40 because I do not make missing class a regular practice. Like, literally, my flight to New York was 7 a.m. and my driver was coming at 5 a.m. and I could have missed class on Wednesday, but I was like, I'm going to class, baby. Because I'm just not going to miss class unless I am extremely sick or have an extremely valid reason, because these classes aren't free and I take my education serious. Like, my mom, she's put money into my education. I'm putting time and effort into this education. My grandma has put time into this education, so I want to take advantage of it as much as I can. So that was my talk with Treasure. It was a little bit about voting, you know. So next thing I'm going to talk about is my semester and how my semester went. So honestly, academically, like, I just been turning in my work, studying, and that, just doing that. Usually, the type of person I am, if teachers offer extra credit, I jump on it. Even if I have an A in the class, I still do extra credit. If they have like an event and they want students to attend, I attend. Like, I do all that. But like I said, so much time has been put into this lawsuit this semester that I haven't really had time to just really just to be, loving my education. Like, I've had so many other things with all my other clubs and stuff like that. So that's just basically how the end of my semester went. And unfortunately, I think I only got 1 A and all B's in my other classes. And like, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself because I know that I could have gotten all A's if I just really pushed. Like, this, to be honest, this has been the most lenient semester I've had since I've been in college. And it's just like, you would think the fact that it's been such a lenient semester that I would get all A's in my class, but I guess I just use that time to be productive in other ways and put time and effort into other things that are important to me in my life. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I only received 1 A this semester and I got B's in all my other classes, which is, it really sucks. But luckily, there's another semester to come and I have time to get even better. And I think I'm still eligible for the Dean's List because my GPA is still in good standing. So I will probably be a Dean's List recipient next semester. Yay. Like I was last semester. So basically that concludes this talk with Treasure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you felt informed. Go register to vote. I think it's too late in Harris County. Oh my gosh, did you hear about that election? It was a runoff and everything. Woo! That was like, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I like runoff elections. Well, except if I'm into politics and I'm the person running. If it's a runoff, I'm be real scared because that's cutting it real close. But it's like, I like runoffs because it shows that like everyone is equally participating in the voting. You know, like, it isn't just a whole bunch of Republicans or just a whole bunch of Democrats. It's equally Republicans and equally Democrats. And as mostly Democrats are probably minorities and things like that, but it shows like, okay, even though we're the minority, we're still exercising our right to vote just as much as Republicans are exercising their right to vote. So me personally, I like when there's a runoff, but that's in Harris County, and you know, I'm technically in Waller County. Even though my semester is over, the break has started. So in case you haven't noticed the background, I'm at home with my mom. So like, I'm kind of technically in Harris County right now, but you know, I'm a voter in Waller County. But let's not get lost into the details, whatever. Oh, also guys, I tried a new hair color. I am about to change the hair color because my mom doesn't like it. She thinks it's too loud. She wants me to do something more professional and meek and classy. But, you know, I was like, YOLO, baby. I'm 21 years old. I got to live my life. I want to try different colors. But it's been a wonderful week with this color. But I am about to get rid of it and do something a little less loud, a little more chill. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.